class. Today in this class you will learn about the differences among the following sentences in terms of their meanings. Most of the students find it confusing, but don't worry, I'll make it clear today. Let's start. Let's look at the first sentence, first pattern. I watched Bahubali yesterday. I watched Bahubali yesterday. Here, watched is the past form of the verb, which is V2. Remember, we use the past form of the verb to refer to actions that got completed in the past, and we also mention the past time in this statement. So when we use V2, there should be a past indication of the time. Here are some past indications. Ago, yesterday, day before yesterday, last week, last month, last year, last night, 1950, 1960, etc. These are all the past indications. So when I say I watched Bahubali yesterday, here yesterday is the past indication. So when you find a past indication in a sentence, you should always use only V2. Second form of the verb should be used here. Done? Now correct the sentence. The students of SRKR have taken TCS Core Vita test on 25th June 2020. Here, what is the verb you have used? Have taken is the verb that is used. Is it right or wrong? It is wrong. Why? Because in the given sentence, there is a past indication of time. 25th June 2020 is the past indication of time. So when you find a past indication of a time in a sentence, there should be only V2. So the correct statement is the students of SRKR took TCS Core Vita test. What are the three forms of take, took, taken? Okay, done. Let's move on and learn the next pattern. Now look at this sentence. I have watched Bahubali. When I say I have watched Bahubali, here, did I mention the time when I watched Bahubali? No, right? So we use have or has plus V3 to talk about recent past actions, and remember, we do not mention the past time here. Look at these examples. I have taken my breakfast. I have completed my homework. I have mailed him. In all these three examples, we do not find any indication of time. Okay, if you observe, these are all the actions that might have been completed recently. When I say I have taken my breakfast, I took it a few minutes ago, and I am not specifically mentioning the time here. So to talk about recent past actions with no indication of time, we use have or has plus V3 structure. Okay? Now observe the difference. I mailed him 1 hour ago, and I have mailed him. So what is the difference between these two sentences? In the first sentence, there is a past indication of time. 1 hour ago is the time that indicates when the action got completed. So I have a past indication of time here. So I have used only V2, that is mailed. But in the next sentence, I have mailed him. Here there is no indication of time. So this is a recent past action with no indication of past time. So what I need to use? I need to use has or have plus V3 here, and that is what I have done. Alright, let's move on and understand where we use had plus V3. Look at this example. I had watched Bahubali. And before we understand where we use had plus V3, look at this example, look at this sentence. When you arrived here, I had watched Bahubali. When you arrived here, I had watched Bahubali. Okay, remember, when we have two past actions in the past, we use had plus V3 structure to clearly show which action happened first. Here in this sentence, you have got two past actions. When you arrived here, and the other one is I had watched Bahubali. So in these two sentences, which one is the first completed action? what completed first or what happened first. Watching the movie had happened first. I had watched Bahubali before you arrived here. Okay, that means I had watched Bahubali first and then you arrived. Okay, so when we have two past completed actions, the first completed action must be in had plus V3 pattern. Okay, here are a few more examples. The movie had already started when I got to the theatre. When I reached home, they had left the place. She had already sent the mail when I called her. If you observe, in all these three sentences, you got two past actions. And the first completed action was mentioned in had plus V3 pattern. Clear? Done. Now let's try to review the 3 points that we discussed. So the first one is V2. We use V2 when we have got past indications of time given in the sentence. Has or have plus V3. We use this pattern to refer to recent past actions without indication of time. Third one is had plus V3. And to use had plus V3, remember there should be two past actions. Okay, clear? There should be two past actions and the first completed action should be in had plus V3 format. And now I'll give you an exam tip. The Election Commission had announced the results. Now can you say, is this statement correct or wrong? It is right or wrong. Now we need to remember or recollect the points that we have learned. Try to recollect the points that we have learned. So the first point is we use had plus V3. What is the pattern that is used in the given sentence? The Election Commission had announced the results. You have used had plus V3. And when do we use had plus V3? To use had plus V3, there should be two past actions. How many past actions are there in the sentence? There is only one action. That is announcement of results. So the Election Commission had announced the results. There is only one verb. There is only one action. That means you cannot use had plus V3. Since you have learned had plus V3 is used to refer to the first completed past action when two past actions were done in the past. So you can eliminate had plus V3, that is wrong. Now we need to find the correct answer. Now look at V2. Okay, instead had announced, can we use announced? No, you cannot use announced because to use V2, there should be past indication of time. Is there any past indication of time given in the sentence? No, there is no past indication. Hence, the correct answer is has announced. Simple. So whenever you get confused what to be used in terms of these three patterns, remember had plus V3 is used when there are two past actions. Okay, and to use only V2 you need to have past indication of time. In case if there is no past indication of time is given, and in case there are no two past actions, then go with has or have plus V3. Here I have used has announced because the Election Commission is singular. Done. Thank you.